for Jesus based in Antipolo, Philippines, near Hinulug and Taktak, reaches out to several poor communities in the nearby areas, Taktak, Morosi, Assumption, and some other ones as well. With our outreaches to the communities, and specifically we have a children's outreach as well as other outreaches in the communities with medical, dental, and other livelihood projects as well. But with the kids ministry, we've noticed that there has been several gender issues that we've encountered. We've had many kids who, as they attend the outreach that we have, they really try and get attention by acting homosexual. If they do not get the attention that they want, then they usually even act more extremely homosexual until they get the desired attention. One thing that we've noticed as far as the ways that homosexuality has been developed in the lives of the children is many times through the words that their family members and relatives will speak over them. For instance, we have one story of a child that when he was young, he didn't like to play outside. He preferred to play inside where it was cleaner rather than playing in dirt and mud. And because of this, a lot of his friends, relatives, family members, even his parents would say that he is gay because he's playing inside where all the girls are playing, so he's playing with the girls. So they immediately just joked about him being gay, and his whole life that was what people were saying about him. Well, eventually, if you tell something to someone enough, they're going to believe it themselves. And that's how he had this gender issue develop in his life, where he believed that he was gay because of the words spoken over him. There are many different stories and experiences that we've had, and the different teachers that we have can share even more. One person that I'd like you to hear from, his name is Pastor Alfred, and he has a lot of experience within the community and within the kids ministry as well.
I'm Pastor Alfred Nidea, Associate Pastor of Shiloh International Christian Church and Youth Pastor of the Destiny Ministry. Pagdating po sa gender issue, first, as a pastor, I stand to the Word of God. And pinakita ron, noong unang-una pa lang, God created man and woman. So, doon pa lang pinakita, yun na yung gusto ng Diyos sa atin. And once na tayo naisilang, gusto ng Diyos na sinimula tayong ganon, malatapos tayong ganon sa mundong ito. And nakakalungkot dahil hindi gayon yung kinabalabasan sa ating komunidad. Especially sa kabataan tinuturuan, sa kanilang mga part po, nandun yung pag-iisip na nilikha sila ng Diyos na gano'n. And si God yung may gusto na maging homosexual sila. And nandun pa yung mga kaisipan na kung ang Diyos nga, hindi sila pinakailaman, ba't pakialaman sila ng ibang tao. Nagiging mas ganun sila dahil na rin sa mga ginagawa ng mga magulang. First, yung mga magulang na gusto magkaanak ng babae, ginagawa nilang babae yung anak nila na lalaki. And yung iba naman, nakita ko na sa masyadong pag-abuse ng mga magulang na lalaki, especially yung mga tatay, may mga lalaki na kung bugbugin sila, grabe, kaya nagagalit sila dun sa tatay nila, kaya ayaw nilang maging tulad ng tatay nila. Kaya ang nangyayari, ginagaya nila yung image ng nanay nila, na which is, kung lalaki sila, nagiging style babae. May mga kilala po ako na nare-rape. And dahil may ganun silang experience sa buhay, nagagalit din sila sa mga ganun tao, or ayaw nilang maulit yun. Kaya nagpapakalalaki sila. Dahil nakita nila na napakahina ng pagiging babae. Sa sariling pananaw po, napakamaling-mali, especially biblical, lalaki at babae lang yung ginawa ng Diyos. Nakakalungkot kasi nakita ko na in their age of 7 years old, 8 years old, doon nagsisimula yung may mga babaeng kilos lalaki na. Tapos may mga lalaki na talaga kilos babae na. And nakakalungkot kasi most of them supportado pa ng mga parents. And dahil din sa nakikita nila na maraming successful na homosexual na tao. And ang laki ng epekto ng television, ng mga ads, ng mga taong nagpapakita ng mga bagay. One student named Jason Breeze, talagang nung pumasok siya rito, nagdedress talaga siya ng pambabae. And one time, na-open niya yung question sa akin kasi nahuli sila sa barangay na curfew sila. And then, yung barangay captain, sinabihan sila na kayong mga bakla, pa-impyerno na. So, na-confuse siya, nagkaroon siya ng andaing tanong sa isip niya. And then, nung naghaharap kami, he opened up this question na totoo po ba yun? And then, first, ako na-shock din sa question even though I know the answer. First, pinahit ako sa kanya na hindi ako galit sa kanya. Pangalawa, sinabi ko sa kanya na sa Biblia, first, ginawa ng Diyos babae at lalaki lamang. Pangalawa, inopen ko rin sa kanya yung mga verses na nagsabi talaga ang Diyos na ang damit na pangbabae, pangbabae, at ang damit na panlalaki, panlalaki lamang. And then, pinakita ko rin sa kanya ang story ng Sodoma at Gomora, kung saan tinupok ng Diyos yung grabing kasamaan ng paikipagtalik sa hindi kapwa. Nung una, nakita ko yung pagiging matigas ng puso ni Jason dahil unang-una, yun siya, ganun siya. Nung nagtutuloy-tuloy yung aming study, 3 days namin tinapik yung gender issue, especially homosexual. Nakita ko yung pag-iyak niya. And nakita niya kung ano yung tama, and nakikita ko ngayon na pinipilit niya magbago. Hindi man biglaan, nandun pa rin yung kanyang kilos, babae, yung pagiging malambot ng kanyang salita. Nakita ko na sa pananamit, inuunti-unti niya at pinapakita niya na gusto niya sumunod sa Diyos.